With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
No, you, dude. Seriously, don't ever do that to me again.
Hey, don't tell me what to do. Listen, if I have something to say to you, I'm just going to say it.
Really? Say it again.
Your mother is...
Okay, I'm going to break that button if I keep doing that.
Yeah, I know. Hey, everybody. This is a show. The title of said show is...
We suck at this.
Yes. Which was the original title. Then when we eventually got a little bit better, we renamed the show We Should Be Better at This. That over there is Across the Airwaves, if this still travels by air and podcast.
No, it doesn't. It travels by glass fiber lines. So
that doesn't sound as good. That's not as romantic, right? Like if I say, "Ooh, that over there across those fiber lines is Mr. Chris Donovan," who can be found at Twitter at Chris _! Donovan.
Oh, you forgot the ampersand.
Ampersand. That's because I can't spell it.
No, that's because it's not the ampersand anymore. It's the @ sign.
Oh, that's true. Yes. Just like it used to be the pound sign.
And now it's the hashtag.
Yes.
That's like money used to being a thing. Now it's just numbers on your phone.
Yeah. Speaking of, I don't know if you've noticed, man, but money doesn't seem to be going as far lately. Things are expensive. Let's play a game called "What Are Your Gas Prices?" Chris.
All right, ready? I have an intro. Hold on.
Did I just tell you?
What the fuck? Okay, go ahead.
Yes. Yes. The gas prices here, we're actually in a pretty good spot, but we're at $3.50.
Oh shit, you're like $2 less than us.
Yeah.
It's like it's hovering around $5 right now, and I can tell you that I'm lucky that I only have to fill up like once a month on my one car because I only take the kids to and from things in town. My wife fills up about every 2 weeks, so we're a little lucky there. My daughter, however, drives to Fullerton for college.
Ooh, yeah, that's
which is a bitch, and she has a full like gas car. So yeah, no, gas sucks. My sister even called me from Washington State, and they're hovering right before $4. That's gnarly for them.
Yeah, I just did our taxes. I was doing them, and I was looking through receipts and stuff like that, and I got to like some of the gas receipts.
Oof.
Just from last year when I was doing my taxes, some of my gas receipts I filled up at some point last year for $1.95.
Wow,
so it's gone from gas is cheap out here in Texas.
You in Honduras or Mexico or something?
No, this is Texas. This is a gas station by my house. So at some point in 1 year, it's gone from $1.95 to $3.55.
Well, that's because of Russia invaded some other country.
No, see, okay, that's the bullshit that they're feeding you. The pipeline, the stuff in the pipeline has already been here for months, meaning this high prices for gas is not anything that has to do with Russia or Ukraine. It has been going up for the past year and a half, or at least a year and a few months. They're going to blame it. They're going to blame it all on this. Well, the Energy Secretary of the United States said, "Hey, this is bound to happen because we're trying to transition everyone over to renewable energy." So in my mind, part of me thinks like, "Oh, are you making it really uncomfortable for us on purpose so that everyone just buys electric?"
No, what I think's happening is you're right. They are blaming it on that, but what they're using the money for, because honestly, think about it. Every single person in this country uses gas every day.
Yeah.
Every day they use it. It doesn't matter if you're in someone else's car, you're still using their gas. So think about the extra 40 cents a person. What's our per capita? We have like what, 20 billion people?
Yeah, it's like the Amazon subscription model or Netflix subscription model. If we could only get 40 cents times,
they're basically banking the money because of war. That's all they're doing.
Yeah. It's all a bunch of shit, but yeah, it's pretty expensive. And then the other thing I've noticed that is insane. Two other things just from recent shopping trips. Holy God, the price of wood right now. Like if you go to Home Depot,
that's what she said.
That's what she said. The price of like plywood. I took a picture and I sent it to my wife. At Home Depot, the price of a sheet of plywood was, I think, $58.
Yeah, it used to be like $6.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's insane. And then the other thing is the price of like meats. Like when we go to buy like ground beef or steak or whatever it is, it's like, whoa, this same thing used to cost 12 and now it's like 20. It's
well, haven't you seen Target? They're like, we're gonna give all of our employees $20 an hour to start, so all of our prices are going up 40%.
Yes.
No, it's wrong one. Yeah, it's kind of bullshit right now because the groceries we used to go get for like $70 is now like $105. So we're screwed there.
First of all, where were you going where you were only spending $70 on groceries? That's where I'm impressed.
I mean, think about it. Half a gallon of vodka is $30.
Right. And you do
mixers are $30. There's 30. Food is $30. There's 90. See, I took $20 off to be polite. No,
and what are you gonna do? Stop drinking booze? No, that's silly talk.
That's against the rules. The human law of American world is that you have to drink every day, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, so no, but everything is super stupid expensive, which is basically either making me buy something right now because I think it's a good deal, or not doing things. You know, like I was like I think we were talking earlier before we got on here, which will tangent perfectly into what our next topic is. I'm planning on taking a trip to Seattle to hang out with some of my boys for opening day of baseball.
Baseball. Now, would that be a sport where there's, now let me see. It's been so long since baseball's been played. I'm trying to remember, how does that sport work?
You grab a base and you throw it at a ball.
Yes. The old hitting the base with the ball. Yes. I remember that quite well.
But I was looking for flights up there, and then I stopped looking for a little while, and I've known to go up there for a while. So just like the beginning of the year, right?
Yeah.
So then I started looking like late February, and I'm like, fuck, everything's up like $200. Everything's up $200. And then I found like a deal for like 172 out of Ontario. I was like, bye. So it's either making me do the purchasing right away, or it's like I can't go anywhere because it's too expensive to drive, or it's, you know, flying is expensive. Yeah. So it's kind of sucks because like literally that's what our family likes to do, is travel. So if we can't do that,
that's a real bummer in the summer. Yeah, because you guys are always going places and doing stuff, which is awesome.
We're gonna have to like, I don't know, rob someone.
Well, why don't you bring the family to Texas? You at least know you got free room and board. I mean, that's at least one thing to check off.
Free room and we're bored. Thanks.
Yes. Ding. Yes.
Damn it! I got to get these buttons down.
Well, we really should be better at this.
Hey, better late than never, I always say. That's not what people say when it happens to be alimony. Yeah. Anyway.
It's funny. Before you go on about the opening day thing, I was at a presentation yesterday, and it was this big presentation, and we were getting to the talk of numbers, right? And you know, there's always a lot of tension in the room when you're about to talk numbers, especially when, you know, it's going to be, you know, a few $100,000 is going to be mentioned and stuff like that. And so it's quiet in the room, and we're waiting for the first person to fire the first shot in a number, right? To throw the first number out. And they're quiet. And finally the guy goes, who was on my team, I guess. He goes, listen, I'll tell you right now, I don't care how many zeros you add onto this. And he pauses. He goes, as long as it's to the right of the decimal. And it got the whole room laughing, and it really lightened the mood. And I thought, man, I got to remember to use that. So like, yeah, I don't mind chipping in. You can add all the zeros you want on there, as long as it's to the right of the decimal.
I'll give you one for hanging out with your buddies.
Yeah.
Have you, hold on. Let me think of something. Hold on. Blah, blah. So we're having a conversation. Yeah. How you doing? Do you ever go Mind Goblin?
Mind Goblin?
Yeah. Mind Goblin.
What's that?
You mind gobbling these nuts? You're welcome. You know, you give me one, I give you one. We're welcome.
My mother always used to tell me, like, me and my sisters, like, you know, she comes around and she'd like find you like picking your nose or something like that, like something gross. She would always come up to and she'd get very serious and she'd stand in front of us and she'd say, "Hey, remember, you can pick your nose and you can pick your friends, but you can't wipe your friends on the couch." And then she'd walk away. Because everyone wipes their boogers on the couch.
It's so not you can't pick your friend's nose.
No,
that's the one we use.
Yeah, I know, but she mixed it up. So
she was drunk.
Yeah, so
it was drunk.
You can pick your nose and you can pick your friends, and everyone thinks the next line is going to be, but you can't pick your friend's nose. But she says, but you can't wipe your friends on the couch.
Hey, right. Which is actually makes more sense of the whole thing. Yeah. Anyway, I was supposed to go to opening day, but opening day is not happening. I, however, am still flying up there because it is, I think, turkey season. So I'm going to go shoot a bird or something.
Well, are you going to go? You should go to the stadium and do like a protest, like, you know, sign, you know, bring back baseball with little, the baseball is like crying, like little.
Exactly what I'll be doing. But you know that right across the street from the stadium is like a row of bars. So I'll just be inside one of the bars, sitting at the bar, protesting silently in my beer.
Yes.
With my boys. They'll be silent. I'm just kidding.
I don't know. Have you seen some of the video coming out of that downtown area in Seattle where the McDonald's just vacated their property because they couldn't stand being open in that area anymore because of how bad like the homeless? Someone shot a video just walking through there at nighttime, and it is literally like from a post-apocalyptic like movie. Like,
you know what's really funny is my high school, what do you call it when you graduate? You're a senior, you go somewhere. Senior trip.
I don't know. I never graduated. Chris, you're asking me something.
Your senior trip. Our senior trip was to Seattle because we had a lot of money. No, we didn't have any money. So we went to Seattle, but I remember that McDonald's, it's a 2-story McDonald's. And I remember looking at it in Seattle going, this is amazing. But if you've ever seen any of the Batman movies that Christian Bale was in, where it's like that sub floor. Yes. That was filmed in Chicago because Chicago does have that like underground weird thing, but Seattle has raised freeways. So in some of those places like New York, I assume you feel like where the trains are, I feel like you're underneath the freeway, and that's near where that McDonald's is. I know exactly where it's at. And there was a lot of homeless then, so I can only imagine there's a shit ton now.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
So no, we're gonna go see Kraken.
Oh, the Seattle Kraken, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna go hockey game. Probably I don't know. Honestly, we walked that city from top to bottom one way or another at a different time or another. So we're old now. I was thinking about taking my Oculus up there, and then we're just gonna virtually play Top Golf all night long.
So yeah, you are getting old. This is true. Hopefully you could think of better things to do. I'm kind of in the same boat, man, where I used to do wild and crazy things on vacations, and now it's like, hey guys, I'm looking up all the museums in the area of the next vacation that we're going to. Like, why are you doing that? I'm like, because it's simple. I could be done, and museums close at 5 p.m., which means you guys are on your own after 5 p.m. and I can do whatever I want.
Well, that's funny. That's the difference between California and Washington. We're like not looking up what times museums are open. We're like, where do you want to go shooting?
I kind of want to go shooting. Josephine for Christmas got a BB gun. We've been out shooting the BB gun just to kind of get her used to shooting. And
I've seen.
I want to go, man. I want to go.
She's gonna put her eye out. You know that, right?
Yes. Everyone has made the put your eye out joke as soon as they find out a kid gets a BB gun. It's kind of almost like a requirement.
Yeah, it's an American state, California law or whatever I said earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so you're going to a non-existent opening day. I'm going to, because they're still playing college baseball, I'm going to the baseball classic. I can't go Saturday because I'm doing this huge whiskey event.
Connie Mack World Series or what?
No, but on Sunday, the last day of the tournament, it's I think Iowa playing Texas A&M, and then after that is like Nebraska playing like Florida or something like that. But anyways, it's at a local big baseball stadium that's in this area, and I'm gonna go do that. So I will be seeing some baseball in a nice professional setting this weekend. It just won't be major league players because
they don't play. You're gonna see Nebraska play Florida in Texas.
Yes.
Okay, I'm so confused.
I'm also, only one of the teams is from Texas that's in this entire tournament. So
That makes sense because Texas is only good at football. So anyway,
this is true. You know what I think is
NASCAR.
funny is everyone from these like, pretty, let's call them liberal or closed down states that have really been in lockdown. It's funny how whenever they got to have their tournaments, they go to Florida or Texas.
Oh yeah, that's because
all of them.
the
Like
people live there.
we just hosted in our city. Actually, we hosted I think it was the New Hampshire. No, yeah, the New England states. So like all of those states up there in New England, the
Boston.
New England baseball something or other. Like they had a whole baseball tournament. Why didn't they have it there? Because they couldn't have it in their home state, so they all came down to Texas to do it.
It's quite funny you say that because my daughter's boyfriend, he's going to college in Oregon and he's playing baseball. He got a full ride, which is great, but it snows a lot there. And he had to drive up to Washington. He drove up 6 hours to play a game in Central Washington at their university. They don't have an indoor facility. So all they did is just removed the shit off they just made the snow get off the field, cleaned it up a little bit, put some white chalk down. They were out there playing in the cold. And that's not really something that we used to do when I was playing back up there. So that's gnarly.
Yeah, that's, but people are desperate. I mean, hell, the one that I thought was hilarious was the Democratic Governors Association, where all the Democrat governors from around the country got together to meet to have their like convention. Where did they meet and have their convention? Florida.
Texas.
They had it in Florida. It's like, so, yeah, well, and why did you have it in Florida? Oh, because you could go there and you didn't have to mask or do, follow any of the rules. It's because you didn't really want to follow it anyways, you freaking idiots. Like,
you know what, though? They had to bring it back from Thailand because everybody found out what happens over there.
Oh, well, I mean, we all know what happens in Thailand.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never been to Bangkok.
Nah, you've banged many cocks. All right, well, you got to get out of here. I got to get it here. And I want everyone to get out of here as well, because I want you to enjoy your weekend and go drink some booze, support my industry, please. And speaking of support, please go to Listen to This, the podcast. We're just started season 7.
Yeah.
And it's super fun. And I think the episodes have been fantastic so far. Can't wait for you to hear, not next, I think in 2 weeks. Wow, That's Inappropriate, which is always everyone's favorite. Is coming out in a couple of weeks, and please listen in and rate and review.
Yeah, and I just released an episode of Plus One Stories, which has Steve Moreau, the old COO of Orange County Choppers. American Choppers, Paul Tuttle, Paul Jr., Paul Sr., all those people. He tells some cool stories about meeting Muhammad Ali, Flavor Flav, Steve Tyler, Chris Cornell, all these cool stories.
You pronounced his name wrong.
Sorry, what did I say?
Flavor Flav!
Okay, but also I have a new show that I just recorded coming out next week with Martin Moreno. Now, if you know Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy, the comedian, his friend Martin, it's him. Him and I are good friends. He comes on and talks about going and meeting Kanye West at a private airport. So hang on for that. That's called the tease, kids.
That's a tease, everybody. Now, Chris, how do you pronounce his name?
T.
No.
Can I buy a vowel?
No. The rapper with the clock on his neck. How do you pronounce his name?
Flavor Flav.
There it is. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend.